today. What are your mental habits? What are they? What are your mental habits? Do you allow yourself to go into low emotional vibrations, bringing sadness, worry, uneasy feeling within you? Do you often bring back all the things that haven't worked in your life? When you think back, what happens? Remember we spoke about that last week, AKA your playback strategy is what I called it. And you go back into your past and you play yourself back in a what? In a low vibrational sense. You play yourself back at everything that you did wrong instead of everything that you did good. Right. What is your playback strategy? I want you to write this down. What is my playback strategy? What is my playback strategy? What does that look like for me? What is my playback strategy? What does it look like? What memories do you go back to? What emotions do you go back to? Do you think of every single time you won a deal or every single time that you lost a deal? So what if you guys were all this week, write this down, this is a nice little activity for all of you, take your best performance and say, how can I level that one up to the next level? Take my best performance, go back in your mind, go to your best performance and say, how could I level that one up? Guys, we're all here to be able to raise our standards. We're all here to be able to notice what's that glass ceiling that we put for ourselves. All right, let's continue on. So when you take your worst experience or your best experience, whatever you want to categorize it at, how do you see that? What are the colored lenses that you wear? Because as we spoke last week, we have such a great talent to remember all our bad memories so bright and colored and crisp and loud and colorful. When I ask you to go back to that dark moment, you can go back right there and it's so beautiful, no pun intended, beautifully dark. So easily you can bring yourself there. Why can't we do it for the good? Why can't we bring it for the moments that you felt the most love in your life? The moments that you found the most success in your life? Why do we keep the darkness so close and push away the greatness? So again, scarcity versus abundance. How often do you use each strategy? If you tell yourself, today, I don't want to go for a walk. Today, I don't want to go to work. Today, I don't want to eat a hamburger. Today, I don't want to speak to this specific friend. Yep. So what are you going to do? You're not going to do the 4 things that you said that you don't want to do. Right. But then what are you really going to do? Where are you going? What are you doing?
So it's important to know where you're going.
Move away versus move towards. Guys, we've played with this so often, but it comes in so many different ways. It comes in so many different ways. So I ask you, do you want to move away or do you want to move towards? And the thing is that most of the time people don't know what they want to move towards. They don't know. And it is all based on your playback strategy. So in the past, if you've always moved away from everything, guess what you're going to do? You're going to remember to keep moving away from things instead of moving towards things. So I want you to think, where in your life right now do you have a move away strategy? Take a second and think of that. In my experience of business, when you grow, there's different layers as you grow.
Yeah.
And as that growth happens, you need to be able to rebuild your foundation. Now, the way you said it in a very move away strategy, which was, I don't want to grow this department because I don't want to grow more of this, because I don't want to grow more of that until I've settled this. In reality, all you're telling me is that for me to continue my growth of abundance, for me to continue my gradual growth to abundance, I have a couple of things that I need to stabilize. That's all you said. I just said it differently. But it's all within the path of abundance. I just reframed it. So the minute your brain goes to the worst case scenario, you're on survival mode. Remember that, guys, write it down. Remember that. If there's one thing you remember from this class is this, is the minute that you start overthinking it and you're starting to say, what if this happens and then this, and you're going into survival mode. We're all human beings. That happens to us many, many times per day. But I want you to be conscious of it. When you realize that you're in survival mode, are you thinking in abundant or are you thinking in scarcity?